What question did you not expect to be asked during sex? What would happen if I just peed in you right now? Yes, he was in me when he asked. If you got pregnant, would you keep it? I'm just wondering. Why is your dick so tan? Can you slam my head against the wall? Are you in? I can't tell. Will you pee on my leg? From a 16-years-old girlfriend I had back in the 90s. I didn't expect that at all. She was super hot and from a well-off family. We were in the shower at the time, so I start to pee on her leg and she immediately drops down and puts her face in it. Is this the best sex you ever had? That is such a setup, that the only acceptable answer would be a stone-faced, no, but I know you're trying. Did you just throw up? Turns out you need more than just spirit to deep throat. Was hooking up with this dude who was really into dirty talk, talking a lot during sex. He was pretty good at thinking of stuff to say, but sometimes things would come out weird. We met up pretty often but were very explicitly casual. One day, mid-thrust, he blurted out, "Oh, I love you." I guess it wasn't a question, but it sure caught me off guard. The look of fear and panic in his eyes was hilarious and we had to stop because I was laughing so hard. It was supposed to be "I love you" or something. He didn't have feelings. It just slipped out and I never let him live it down. It just slipped out. He didn't have feelings. How is it? After everything. Grab her boobs. Pull her hair. Her on top. Me on top. How is it? Eventually I gave up and said, "Is my dick hard?" "Then you're fine. Stop stressing." Course then I learned her ex was an abusive who'd basically broken the poor thing and felt bad, but at the time it was really off-putting. Are you going to tell me what your dad said? My lady friend asked me after I hid a text where my dad said, "I like her, she's a great girl," in the middle of sex. Why are you so sweaty? I was watching Cops. I was going down on my partner for the first time. It's something I pride myself on for being good at. The thing is, this time I was getting nowhere. I mean, I was just ricocheting of this woman. No signs of enjoyment at all. After 5 minutes she asked, "Are you getting tired?" It is the single most demoralizing thing I have ever heard someone say in bed. Can I be crass for a moment? Yeah, sure. Your cock feels so good in me. I mean, we were literally at the time and she had to ask if it was okay to say such things. I had a girl I used to hook up with. We're doing the old 69 for a few minutes when she sits up and yells, "You left your socks on. Are you retarded?" My roommates give me shit about that to this day. Our walls were paper thin. And my feet get cold. I am not retarded. Laying in a bloke's bed and he whispered in my ear, and followed it by asking for, "Nope, not at all attractive." I jumped out of bed pretty quickly. Ooh, you touched his tra-la-la. His ding ding dong. What do you eat for breakfast? He gets up really early for work and has a really healthy lifestyle and diet, so I was curious how he fit health into his early mornings. He lied and asked me if that was my sexy talk and then said very seductively, "Do you like jam on toast?" He proceeded to text me breakfast pics for weeks. "Do you like when I massage your cheese pot?" After my laughing subsided enough to speak, I learned that he had actually said G-spot. And I misheard. Put the kettle on. Granted, I had misheard her, but still wasn't expecting it. I once asked someone to change position and she said, "Why?" Completely flummoxed me. I had no reasonable answer, to the point that I lost all sense of why I asked. So we carried on and pretended it never happened. It still haunts me. Her. Come on my elbow. Me. Her. Do it. Me. Pulls out and ejaculates into my own hand. Then sensually massages it into her elbow, looks into her eyes to see if this is really doing something for her. It is not. Me. I thought you said, "Come on your elbow." What did you actually say? Her. Never mind. Pass me the toilet paper. I still haven't figured it out. Let me know if anyone figures it out, please. If you're gonna come, let me know. Not a question, but my girlfriend stopped me to tell me my hair at the moment made me look like Jimmy Neutron. Got a blast. First time having sex with a girl after a normal date. Can you choke me? I can only come when I'm near the point of asphyxiation. After you're done, can we go over to my mom's house? Well, I am done, but the answer is no. True story. Years ago I was giving a BJ and the guy felt my boob and asked me if I've checked myself for breast cancer cause he felt a lump. Friend in med school found a lump on her then boyfriend's testicle while going down on him. She got him in to see someone the next day and he was diagnosed with testicular cancer pretty quickly. They are not together anymore but on good terms. And it's still funny when she brings it up on the rare occasion we see each other. One time I was screwing around with my at the time boyfriend. He wanted me to be rough and he wanted to pretend to resist. He were going for about a minute or two and he had told me to fight back if he struggled. So I slapped him. I spent the next 10 minutes cuddling him and making sure he was okay, while he just chuckled to himself about how much of a softie I was. Should I bite it? No. How many members are in the Spice Girls game show network? 5. Me. WTF. My fiancé. I learned I need to shut off Jeopardy during sex. Thrusting vigorously in missionary position. Oh wow, you can do that. Tone of voice made it a question attached to her surprise. What did I do? I still don't know what I did, but it seemed to work. You hit the spot, mate. She asked me if I could her forever. I changed my pace from sprinting to cross country. We had a marathon fuckfest. I had just informed a new hookup that I was definitely down for rough sex and I had a pretty considerable upper limit, i.e. was down for most things. And we seemed to both be on the pretty same level. Then towards the end he kept asking me if anyone had ever taken it too far while being rough. It's not really that weird but I didn't know how to respond. Because nobody's really ever taken it too far. To be fair, my upper limit is something like don't call me ugly and we're good. He asked a few times though, so I was worried there was something he wanted to do that we weren't doing and I felt insecure. Another time same guy, we were trying anal and I asked if he had lube and he said no but I can use spit. And my first thought was he hasn't done anal before and it turns out he hadn't done anal before. Can I punch you in the dick? Like, WTF. Punching me in the dick? If you're into that, at least do an open-faced slap. Not a knuckle sandwich to the balls. I think I met your boss today. Is he the older Indian guy? Or will you puke on my dick? Or when did you take out your lip piercing? Or why don't you talk shit to me during sex the way you do when we're hanging out? Or how long have you been blonde? I loved hooking up with that clown. Have you ever thought about my sister? We had just started dating. I'd never even seen her sister. Using coconut oil one time for the heck of it, and at one point she stared me dead in the eyes. If you came in me, would it be a coconut cream pie? Wife must have had craft things on her mind because here's what I got. Do we have any Gorilla Glue? Whatever wood project she was planning completely ruined the one I had going on that moment. Asterisk, I wasn't expecting so much response to this lol. My wife and I joke about it now. No, she wasn't talking about Gorilla Glue the weed. And if I wasn't so thrown off from being asked that randomly, I would have replied with I got your glue right here with a Walter White crotch grab Bogdan style. You know that doesn't do anything, right? How much longer are you gonna do it? I was in 5 minutes max. Lost my erection to that question. She later explained. She was trying to climax together. Just phrased the question wrongly. How much longer? I have to return some videotapes. Tell me about your career ambitions. The girl got so turned on by me telling her about my proposed career path. Shit was whack. Must have worked in our. One time when I was sucking on a woman's nipples, she made a joke about me being like a baby and how she could control me like a puppy with sex appeal. This planted the seeds of my GFD fetish. How do you last so long? Do you think of your grandma while I was in her? No, I think of you. A valid question, but when we're at 77% completion of the act, just strange timing. That's an oddly specific percentage. I had a girl that I had met on Tinder hours earlier giving me head in the bushes one time. We both lived with our parents, so it seemed like the logical place. Anyway, she was just trying to get to know me and mid-blowjob she says, "What color are your mum's eyes?" I'm an Australian who was in America. She asked me to just talk during. Just talk normally. Doesn't seem that strange, but I was suddenly so lost for words. I had a boyfriend who asked if I was gonna come soon because he wanted to go watch porn stars, which he had recorded. Rip Chumley. Can you please jump out the window and hide for a little? My brother likes to come over randomly and vent about his current divorce, and I need to be there for him. And if you're wondering, I got tired of waiting, came in the bushes and left. This was during the summer, so I didn't mind. Initially, it was a one-story window but did have a little bit of a drop, so I was airborne while naked. No, the brother did not come in the room while we were naked. I jumped out. She got dressed and let him in to talk. I stood there, naked and barefoot with a semi for 5 minutes before I told myself, this is gonna take a long time. It. I'm gonna still get mine. Petty fapt aka I'll show you. Got dressed and left. Luckily my keys were in my shorts. And if you're wondering, I got tired of waiting, came in the bushes and left. Something tells me you're not joking. Do you have a smoke? During, not after.